hopefully can come back. I think he said somewhere around end of the season, last few months of the season, and then he said that next year will be his last. So that news came in a way as a shock to everybody, and people were asking me how I felt when he said that, and I have to say that I was saying that always that he's my biggest rival, and when he announced that he's going to have his last season of career, I felt part of me is living with him too, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm not expressing myself well, but because of the rivalry that we had and that we still have, because he's still an active player, I feel that he was one of the most, I would say, impactful people that I've ever had in my career and the growth of my career and me as a player, and definitely a great motivational factor for me to keep playing and keep competing and keep pushing each other, who's gonna achieve more, who's gonna do better. So yeah, it made me wonder, it made me think, about my career and how long I'm going to play. But so far, I'm not going to make any announcement today. But I just reflecting on it, I felt also a little bit emotional about what he was saying. History being on the line is something that is very flattering and is very motivating, no doubt about it. Obviously, Nadal not playing in the tournament here is a big loss for tennis, is a big loss for Roland Garros, because he's by far the most successful player to play in this tournament in the history. So, of course, it opens up a chance, an opportunity for the rest of us to try to get a title, because whenever he plays, he's an absolute favorite here, or any clay court tournament for that matter. So, yeah, you have big names, of course, like Alcaraz. He's #1 in the world and probably the biggest favorite in the tournament, and Tsitsipas and Medvedev, they started playing great on clay, and Ruud, the guys Zverev, that knows how to play big events and can always do damage, against anybody. So I think the tournament is quite open, to be honest. There may be a few guys that are at the top of the favorites list, but anyone can take it, and I'm hoping it can be me. I have to say first, because I mentioned some of the names that are on top of the favorites list, and I miss Sinner. I'm sorry for that. He's definitely right up there as one of the leaders of the next generation that is coming up. Obviously, him included with Rune and Alcaraz that you mentioned. A lot of people are talking about this new big rivalry between Alcaraz and Sinner, because they had some epic matches in the last 12 months. And I think it's great that we have new rivalries. We need to have new rivalries, no doubt.